Guys, we have a couple of subjects to talk about in this show, and we appreciate everybody out there checking us out, watching the show on and on and on. It's very, very kind of you. We're very thankful.
Yes, very.
And we're throwing out a special shout out to our man Diesel, who's still a relatively new father.
Yes,
and he hit us up the other day and was like, "Long work days, man. Appreciate listening to your show. Helps him get through the day." Diesel, you just made the whole thing worth it, buddy.
That's what we want to hear.
We appreciate it, man. Today, we're going to talk, the first segment here, we're going to talk about something that's pretty interesting. People who are afraid or embarrassed to either do things or buy things. And this can be a subject of a lot of different conversations.
Sure.
But I know that I have to start right off with, I think stuff that ladies will talk about sometimes are that their dude is totally afraid to go pick up tampons.
Yeah.
Condoms.
Yeah.
And I've even heard like baby stuff, like diapers, things like that. They like get embarrassed. And I used to have a friend, and his name's Aaron McCoy. I know he listens to you. Hi, Aaron McCoy.
Hi, Aaron.
We love Aaron.
I need you to come out here so I can meet you finally.
Yes, I know. You need to meet Aaron. He all going through high school, because we were friends all through high school. He worked at Kroger's, and he was a cashier for like years and years and years. We'd all like get fired from all our jobs. Aaron kept his. It was, I don't know, he's a good worker. But he would say it was the funniest thing, because guys would like show up at like, midnight, right? And they'd come through and they'd have like condoms, lube, whipped cream, and then they would have like a banana. You know what I mean? They would like, I know the banana even could go there too, but I'm just saying they would have these weird things to like try to offset it. Like, this isn't what I'm buying.
These are the creatures at midnight. They come out.
But he would say how many dudes were like afraid.
That is ridiculous.
Where they would come in and they would have like, they would have the thing they really wanted, and they'd have to buy 6 other things to try to hide it. It was so funny. Is there anything like that you're afraid to buy or makes you very uncomfortable to buy?
I will say the only time I have ever been bothered was I was pretty sure I was pregnant. So I went to the convenience store, bought a pregnancy test, drove across the street to the gas station, bought a pack of cigarettes. Because I was a smoker at the time, and I would not buy the two together.
So there's a limit for everybody. There's gotta be.
That was my one thing. So I went home, I peed on it, I left it in the bathroom, and I smoked. I smoked every time I put it down. I'd be like, one more. I was pregnant.
Were you preggo?
Yep.
Was it Lillian or Reese?
Yeah, it was Lillian. And I was like, damn it, I should have had one more cigarette.
I love it. I love how it's like, if I don't look at the test,
I'm not pregnant yet. I'm still not pregnant.
Another cigarette.
I can have another cigarette. I could totally do this because I quit cold turkey with both my pregnancies.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's the only time.
Awesome. That's awesome. So you went to the other store.
I literally was like, well, I can't buy them both at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'll buy this here. Drove across.
Well, I think the other caveat to this is also, does it affect who's there checking you out? And I don't mean checking you out. I mean,
like the cashier?
Yeah, the cashier. Like, if you know they're going to judge you. Or this used to happen to me all the time. This is true, because when Eileen and I got married, we were 19, 18, and I looked like I was 7.
Oh,
I was
of course,
so young. And so when I would go to buy condoms, because we weren't ready to have kids yet, and I would go to buy condoms, and almost every single time I'd get like the old like wink, like, aha, buddy, have a good night, winkety wink, wink. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, I'm married, man. I'm seriously going to go bang my wife and not impregnate her. Yeah, exactly.
These aren't water balloons, okay?
This is actually being used as life planning.
That's so funny.
And I didn't care so much, you know what I mean? Because it's like dudes, whatever. But it was just like, I think I never really had that embarrassment. I think when I was younger, I was embarrassed to buy condoms if it was like a young female teller.
I could see that.
And I don't know why, because
Sure.
what did it matter? But I definitely was. And I'm trying to think of what it was that I would have been like nervous about. Like, what was I afraid she was going to think? I'm having sex?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Like, why is that something you should be scared for someone to know?
Yeah, I don't.
Especially a cashier you're probably not going to see again.
Right, exactly.
And you're not trying to bone her.
No. Have you heard any of your girlfriends or been out with your girlfriends and seen the fears of either buying or doing something?
Yes, 100%. But it's for the things that you wouldn't think. Like, a lot of them don't like buying toilet paper.
Really?
They don't want the cashiers to know that they're pooping at home, I guess. I don't know. And, and you're a girl. So even if you want to pretend like you never poop, you do pee. You gotta wipe. Unless you're drip drying all over the place.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's something you could do.
So most of the guys I know had no problems with anything until their girl would ask them to pick up tampons. And I'm telling you, easy 90% were like either like I'm not gonna do it, or they would get somebody else to buy them in the store.
Jeez,
yeah,
please.
Or they would do the thing like Aaron McCoy's thing, like they would get like the tampons and then they would get like 8 bags of chips so they could hide it in the middle and just set the bags there. And as the person's going through, and you can tell like they're just like nervous.
They
and
know
shaking.
it's coming.
They know it.
They know it.
He's
Here
going to
comes.
move the barbecue chips, and there they're going to be. I remember when I first started buying them for Eileen. I remember I'd do the same thing because they have the size, the super,
yes,
super plus, and all those different things.
Regular.
I thought. This is the size of vagina.
Oh, jeez.
I thought for sure that's what it was, and I was like, I call Eileen. I'm like, hey, what size am I getting? She goes, what do you mean size? I go, how big is your vagina? Like, how do you do this?
Oh my God.
She goes, you idiot.
So
She goes,
cute.
they're not sizes. She goes, it's for absorb, like how heavy your flow is. I was like, oh, okay, what do you need? And she's like, super. And I'm like, ugh. No,
oh my God, I love that.
I thought it was size. I thought it was size.
I mean, and why wouldn't you know?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
Well, it was funny for me because I never had a problem with it. I never have had a problem with like condoms, sex toys, blah, blah, blah. None of it bothers me. I don't care who sees it. Because I don't know you. I don't care what you think about me.
And I'm not doing anything with you.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
buying this because I got shit to do at home with it.
It's got nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
So, but I remember for us, it was 6th grade when they did the sex ed talk and they separate the boys and the girls, right?
Yep.
Boys go in one classroom, girls go in the other, and they start going through the whole thing.
Yep.
And they got to the part where they're talking about women having their periods. And of course, it is 30 little boys laughing and they think it's so funny and all that stuff. What's amazing, too, how you can learn about something for the first time as a 6th grade boy, but by the time recess comes around, we have all the jokes already.
Oh, sure, of course. Yeah.
Like all the jokes
it's
are
real
already
quick.
there.
They just
very
started.
Fast,
yes.
Very fast.
Yes.
So all the jokes, and I remember, and this is a nice pat on my own back, I guess, but I remember sitting there going, I don't understand what the funny part is. I really just didn't. I go, isn't that like how she gets ready like for someday to have babies? And like, it all just made sense to me, and I never thought it was gross. So even when all the jokes were flying, I mean, I couldn't be the loser. So I'd be like, ha ha ha, and in my head I'm going, I don't know why this is funny. I don't know why this is funny. And I was good at writing those jokes too, but I didn't really agree with it. Anyway. So when I started buying them, I mean, people would be out with me. Some of my friends would be like, after a band practice or something, I'm going home. I go to pick them up, and I got to stop at the store. Like, okay, come on, and I grab tampons, and they're like, pew. I mean, it's like I am standing at the register all by myself. Yeah. So I don't know.
Don't get it.
I don't understand what the fear is. Like, I wish from a guy's point of view, I could say this. Like, do you think you're weak because you're buying them, or do you think? I don't know what the fear is.
I really can't wrap my head around. There has to be some psychology about it.
Oh, there's got to be, right? Yeah.
There's got to be something that says.
Why would any of that matter? And I just want to know what's going through the guy's head. Like, does he think he's a wuss because he's doing it, or he's a weaker guy, or his woman's got him whipped? I mean, what is the reason?
Honestly, that's probably all it is. It's. She's got you running her errands. Or
her lady errands.
Exactly. She's got you wrapped around her finger doing her, bidding or whatever, which is just
that's
ludicrous.
Just dumb.
But
hold on. Have you ever, and be fucking honest, have you ever...
Am I ever not honest?
No, you're always honest. Have you ever asked a guy to buy you tampons or buy you something that you know because it's a test? I think ladies do that.
Yeah, I might. I mean, I can't say with 100% certainty just because I have a shitty memory, but I would say to my high school boyfriend, absolutely, knowing who I dated back then.
Right.
100%.
Right. And it's kind of a test, right? Like, will he do this for me?
He was one of those guys where I was like, I don't know if he ever actually likes me or not. It was like the makeup, breakup, high school relationship. So I could totally see myself being like,
a test.
He's a dick, and he says that we're back together. Let's see how much he really wants to be back together with me.
Okay. So I think maybe for do you think some of the ladies do it as a test to show that they have control, or is it more of a test like that to see if they are loving them or respecting them or wanting to do nice things for them?
I didn't even think of it that way.
No?
That it was a thing of control.
No, it was just a test to see if he was willing to
how much he loves me. How much he's willing to do this thing for me.
Do something for you. Okay. Anything else that ladies, any weird quirks like that with going to the store?
I don't know. I might have an issue like going, well, I don't even know if I would have an issue. I don't know if that's the right word. I've never bought one before, but I'm thinking I might feel a little weirded out about buying like a new sex toy that I've never bought before.
Have you never went and bought sex toys?
Yeah, no, I have. I'm saying something I haven't bought before. Like I've never bought a butt plug. So I think
I love how you were uncomfortable just saying that.
Because that's not something I use. It's not something I do.
Why would you be uncomfortable,
there's anything wrong with it.
No.
I'm just saying that that's something I've never bought.
Booty play is great. No, I get it though, because
I think that would be probably a bit of, and not even an uncomfortable, just a new experience, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Like, am I buying the right one? Do I have to ask follow-up questions to the person behind the counter?
I think you're nervous that they're going to think you like butt stuff.
No, I don't care about that. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
It's not something that I do in my everyday life, but I don't think, I mean, I know there's nothing wrong with it, but
yeah, I say you should. Everybody else should.
You have been saying that for quite a few years.
I tell everybody that.
You tell everybody that.
Anyway, but I do see that. But like, yeah, because I think a lot of people feel that way, which is why most people order everything offline. But
I guess that's true.
I don't order anything offline.
I don't want to order sex toys offline.
I go in.
I want to go into the store. I want to see what I'm buying.
Yeah, I do too. And the people there, especially if you go to a good one like Lover's Lane.
Yes.
They're so educated and they know so much about it.
Yep.
Like I will just I laugh because it doesn't bother me. I will sit there and pick something out. And I'm not gonna say the things I pick out. I need to ask permission before I say those things. Yes. But the things that I pick out, I think most people would be like, "What, dude?" But I pick them out, and then like you can have a whole conversation with them, and they're like, "Well, you know," they'll ask you these like key questions, like a car salesman would. Well, what are you looking for in the toy? Well, this, and this. Well, then you don't want that one. Let me show you.
And I love how they have like the batteries back there, so they'll take things out. They'll put the batteries in to show you. This is how this works.
They like wash their hands. It's like the blackjack dealers have to do this before they leave. They flip the hands over. Yeah.
You don't get that attention at the Dirty 30.
No, you don't.
We have
Dirty 30.
We have a little toy shop porno store.
Yeah, I think they're running girls out of there too. That place is shady as all. There's an upstairs no one gets to go to except certain people.
The floors are sticky.
Oh, it smells like pee in there. It does. Yeah, but you know what?
They have that back room with the coins.
With the coins, they call it the arcades. They call it a fucking arcade.
They do have a ladies' night though.
Do they?
They honestly
That's
do.
Interesting. Okay.
And I think they even serve like wine and cheese.
As long as they get the pee smell out of there, I don't think too many ladies are hip to that.
They also have a dressing room that I went in one time.
No, bad move.
It was very bad.
Bad move.
It's very bad. Did not like it at all.
Well, I think everybody out there needs to overcome their fears of buying things. No one cares.
Nobody cares.
And if they do, fuck them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Somebody else has bought it before you. Somebody's going to buy it after you. That's why the store has it.
Yeah. And another thing, you're not that important.
That's also.
We're not.
We're really not.
I love how we get so scared. Like we think, oh, no, what'll happen? You mean like you'll be forgotten 5 minutes after you walk out the door? Yeah, that'll happen.
It's so true.
Man up and buy something.